Writer-director Jennifer Fox courageously delves into her own past in search of the truth. "I'm not sure I know how to review the tale," Jennifer Fox's searing film memoir about her past sexual abuse. Fox is a documentarian, and the tale, which premiered to a standing ovation at the Sundance Film Festival on Saturday, is her first scripted piece. But it's mined so deeply from her own experience, heavily relying on a short story she read as a 13-year-old as its source material, that the film exists in some hard-to-classify middle ground between fiction and fact. Fox might call that place memory, as she rummages through a childhood trauma she didn't quite realize was a trauma until she was an adult. How can I assess how well she does that, except to say that the tale is something very few films are genuinely brave. In the film, we meet a documentarian named Jennifer Fox. She's played with searching intensity by Laura Dern, deftly employing her always intriguing mix of earthiness and edge to depict a woman both falling apart and gathering herself together as she explores the contours of an early teenage summer and fall when she fell under the dangerous thrall of her horse-riding teacher and her running coach. Empowering lessons about strength and resolve imparted by these two doting mentors gradually curdle into a horror of grooming and subsequent abuse. Young Jenny, played sensitively by Isabel Nellis, believes she's in a relationship with her coach, the boyishly handsome Bill Jason Ritter, admirably committed to a punishing role, and that she will someday, somehow, join Bill in her riding instructor, Mrs. G. Elizabeth Debicki, coy and slippery, in a kind of New Age Y version of romantic union. Bill and Mrs. G have a manipulative, faux-enlightened philosophy that they use to lure Jenny in, and it's the movie's delicate, insisting work to pick all that apart, and, finally, to cast it aside, to get to the heart of what happened. Fox is exacting in her details, and some may feel a few scenes in the tale skirt a line of decency. But the tale finds its tremendous power in all its unflinching confrontation, and the actual abuse is a crucial part of that. A title card at the end says that all the scenes showing abuse were filmed with an adult body double, often evoking Paula Vogel's Pulitzer-winning play How I Learned to Drive, another memory piece about teenage sexual abuse. The tale shifts between past and present with an hypnotic rhythm. Jenny the character gives frequent commentary on the action of the film, and Fox the filmmaker almost seems to, as well, murmuring alongside the audience, watching, discovering anew. There's a bracingly alive quality to the tale, as if it's sentient and thinking in real time, giving the piece a gripping immediacy. It's harrowing to watch what happened to young Jenny, but all the mental churn and processing of the film also provides a deep and satisfying kind of catharsis. Something is worked through, or at least unearthed, by the end of the tale. You stagger out of the theater feeling the world has somehow, in some small and pure and important way, been clarified. It's tempting to draw lines connecting Fox's film to the broader moment. On Saturday morning, a year after the presidential inauguration, an anniversary round of women's marches took place across the country, including here in Park City, taking stance against a system of sexual abuse and exploitation.
In conjunction,
So it would seem an ideal, necessary time for the tale, and in many ways it is. But there is something so primal and personal about the film that it feels inexact, somehow, to yoke it to a movement, to hold it up as some kind of emblem. If that's something Fox wants for the film, then a fine and daring and rattling emblem it will be. I hope, though, that the movie will also be appreciated as its own unique entity, as its own discreet and impassioned narrative, as an invigorating and bogglingly successful experiment in cinematic form. It deserves that much and more. Fox has done something courageous and generous, offering up the complexities of her story, all her pain and growth too, yes, say, me too. But also, maybe, to show others how they may assess and tend to the wounds of their own pasts. With the tale, Fox gives permission to doubt, to re-evaluation, to dwelling, newly aware and maybe still confused, in the knowledge that experience is formative but need not be defining. I hope that Fox found the truth she so ardently reaches for in the tale. I hope countless more will in their own time, too.